Hey guys, it's Cindy over paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I am on, let's see, we are on day 44. No. Yes. Day 44. This is what happens when I go away and don't keep track. So yeah, we're on day 44 of Tina's 100-day mass makes, where she does them in 100 weeks. I'm doing them in 100 days, in case you're new. And this is what we're making today. These are, she just calls them double pockets. Of course, Tina has her beautiful printables to use. I have scrapbook paper. So this will be for any of you who have scrapbook paper, or any other kind of paper, really. If you don't have a lot of printables, or you have leftover scrapbook paper that you want to use. Basically what I've done is I've taken some scrapbook paper. And when I say paper, I mean paper, not cardstock. Basically what I did was I took a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and I cut an inch off of one side and I cut it down to 8.5 on the other side. So I have an 8.5 by 11 piece of scrapbook paper. These are my cutoffs from the 8.5 inch side. All right. There's a layered butterfly. Look at him peeking out from, maybe we'll use one on a thing today. So then what I did was, since this isn't going to get reinforced in here and it is only paper, I backed these on book page. I saved one to do with you. If I decide to use that one, I'll back it. But I feel like that's not really a hard concept. I just took the strip that I cut off of here when I cut it down to 8.5. And I put it on a book page. I used these book pages from those Audubon books because they're a little bit heavier. You could probably use any book page, because it would just be like when we fold the piece together, paper on paper reinforcing itself. So, all right, enough talk about that. So I have 8.5 by 11 paper. I think the size on the other side of the pond is A4. Is that right? I don't know what the measurements are for it. And then you'll need some strips to do the extra layer. And this is just a page, so you can see what it looks like on the page. There you go. So I have a page here. Glue. I'm trying to start remembering to do this. Glue, scissors for trimming, maybe some things to decorate. You might want some sort of a punch if you want to punch notches in any of your pockets. That's really about it. This is not like a, I don't know. I am going to be using book page and I'm going to be using book page and glue stick, but it's not required. You just need some form of glue to glue everything together. So let's get some of these. And basically what we're going to do, I'm going to set my pile right off here to the side. We're going to take this first one. And basically what we're going to do is we are going to fold in. You're going to fold in a little bit on one side. So maybe like an inch to an inch and a half on one side. And then you're going to fold in like almost twice as much on the other side. Okay. Maybe a little over twice as much. And like that. Okay. And then we're going to glue those down. So I am filming. I am finally after Christmas, guys. I believe that you will be seeing this video on the 30th, so I'm only 2 days ahead of you. So I finally kind of got to the point where I'm caught up to myself again. I'm not really going anywhere, so I might be able to stay close enough to chat with you guys about stuff. I will say this. We went to my mother's. They're doing good. We exchanged gifts and all that sort of thing. It was good to see them. My youngest sister did not come on the Friday. Like, we were all going to get together on the Friday at my parents' house just to, see each other and exchange gifts and all that. My youngest sister was not able to come because her youngest boy was sick. And she was taking him to the doctor to make sure he didn't have pneumonia. So, and then with my parents being a little more elderly, she didn't want to bring sick kids over and get my parents sick either. So even if it is just a cold, she was erring on the side of caution, I suppose you'd say. So we didn't get to see her, which I don't get to see her very much. So I was kind of sad, but I understand why she was reluctant. Okay, now we're going to fold this, and you need to leave space because you're going to put another layer in here. So this one only needs to be, but maybe like there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pick one of these to go in there. I'm thinking, not that one. I'm thinking something more solid. I think I had one picked out for this. There aren't a lot of blues in it. What about that? So you would do like that. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to glue this in here like this. So, and I'm going to leave the back end open like we do the pass-through pockets when we do stacked pockets. Put the cap on that. So this end, what I want to do first, assuming I haven't lost it, because that's always a possibility. Nope, there it is. Corner punch. So I'm going to punch these corners. I also need to decide if I want to do any inking, because it's easier to ink before you put the whole thing together. I feel like maybe that's just me, but that's my thought on it. So let me see if we want to do any ink. I might actually just do vintage photo on this one. I feel like it's a vintage photo-y kind of project. Is that my vintage photo? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we now the older of my two sisters, she came, and my plan was to stay at my mom and my younger son. He is my second child, but the younger of my two sons. I had my boys first and then my girls. So my younger son was off work and was able to come down. So he came down too. And we were all there on the Friday. We went down Thursday after Christmas. We got down there in the evening and we just we had dinner with my parents and, we watched TV and we just kind of took it easy. And then the older of my two sisters showed up with her 7 kids, which was great. It was great to see them all. I had gifts for all of them, so... And of course, being boys, I got them all remote control cars, like I was telling you guys, and they all loved them, which I was glad that they liked them. And then I've got a little bit of an overhang here. Let's trim that. So we did all our gift exchanging, and then my sister, or my daughter, I think I've told you this before. My oldest sister's oldest daughter, is the same age as my youngest daughter. So they like to hang out and do things, and they talk to each other online all the time because they live far apart, all that sort of thing. And they wanted to hang out. Well, my sister was not going to leave any of her kids at my mom's because she was going home. And she wanted to know if, she could take mine with her. And I said, well, what if we just all go to your house? Which wasn't the plan. My plan was to stay at my parents' house. And then she got this idea because my sister plays trivia on Fridays, and this was Friday. And she said, well, if we eat dinner and we leave, we can make it to my house in time to go play trivia. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I asked my son if he wanted to go. And that's what we ended up doing. And then I spent the second night at my sister's, which is always fun. Although she was exhausted, so we did trivia and then we went to bed. That's pretty much how that went. But yeah, we had a great Christmas. It was a lot of fun. It was great to see my parents. I haven't seen them in a little while. All right, so we're gluing this down. I have seeping glue. Okay, so we glue that down like that, right along there. And I didn't glue the back down because then when you close this up and glue this down, it makes that pocket that much deeper. Although it's only probably 1/4 of an inch, maybe less there because I made my strips so wide. I just went ahead and used, like I said, I just went ahead and used the cutoff strip. So there isn't really a lot more, but it gives you about 1/4 inch more. It's kind of a divider. All right, and then we're going to put that down on there. And there we have it. So you've got a double pocket here and here, and then here. Okay, and the way I folded this, I would put this way because there's writing and stuff on here, and the rows, I mean, its stem is this way. So I would put this way rather than this way because to me that's upside down. So this would go in this direction. This one goes in the other direction because, again, there's writing on here. So just be mindful of your directional papers, I guess. I mean, if that bothers you or is a thing that you notice or worry about. All right, now, let's do a few more. I'm going to do this one, and we're going to do, let's turn it over. We're going to do it this way. I'm going to fold this, the small side. Well, I think this is why I'm having to trim, because I don't think it's not folding straight. So yeah, my mom got me a nice pair of earrings. I got my sister some tea. She's a tea drinker. I actually got both my sisters some tea, but the one wasn't there, so she hasn't gotten hers yet. My husband got himself a new camera. We kind of picked. He got me something I'm going to make a later video for you guys to see. It has to do with my crafting and everything. So when it comes, because it was ordered, when it comes, I'm going to, we're going to have a big to-do about it. So I don't know. That might be like the first time I film on my phone or something, because it's going to be mobile. I'm going to have to film mobily, I guess, which I have never done. So we'll have to see how it goes. Oops. All right, so we'll fold this one over that way. And I'm going to get rid of this piece of paper. I'm going to fold it in half and maybe use it for small things later down the road. I usually like to use the front of it, fold it in half, and then use the back, half of the back, and then before I try to get rid of them. And if I'm not going to use them for anything else, they go in my recycle bin, so yeah. And then so anyway, we ended up having gnocchi and fettuccine alfredo for dinner on Christmas with my family before I went Thursday. And we just kind of relaxed Christmas Day. I was debating coming down here to my craft room and doing some recording on Christmas, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the day. I had enough videos at that point to cover my trip to my mother's and one day after I got back. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to relax. I don't want to. I mean, not that I didn't want to do crafts, because I did come down here in my craft room and I worked on stuff. I just didn't do, what do you call it? I just didn't do any filming, recording, whatever. I guess it's not really film when you're digitally recording it on your computer, but I'm from the old school, I suppose. All right, so we're going to put that in. I think this one will go really good. There's a lot of green in this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and we have some flowers here. A little bit of flowers here. I don't know. I find the collage paper sometimes harder to decorate, but I think it'll be fun. So let me round all my corners. I'm trying to think of what else I can tell you. Oh, driving home today, because I drove home today from my sister's. And driving home today, it was rainy and foggy and yucky. And then, there we go. All right, let's see. What shall we? I've started trying to like decorate with ink, sort of. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. I wonder how that would look. Let's see if I can find... I have wild honey in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, let's see how this would look. I think this would be fun. See, my kids, they liked their Steam games so far, I think. Although my one son, I have to go out and get him a... It's weird. So when you're buying gifts for people on Steam, usually, well, for my one daughter, I had a gift and I was going to send it to her, and it told me that I couldn't send that particular game to her because she already had it. Okay? I was like, oh, okay, so it'll let me know. Well, then come to find out, on Christmas, when my son opened his notification saying that he got games as gifts, he opened the one up, and it was one that he already had. And I said, really? I said, Steam didn't tell me you had it. I said, it told me that my daughter had it, but it didn't tell me that you had it. And we still don't understand why it didn't tell me that he had it. So, yeah. Now what's nice about it is he's able to reject it, and then I get notification from Steam telling me that it will be refunded to its original purchase source. So if you purchased with a credit card, I guess they refund it to your credit card, and if you purchased with a Steam gift card, it refunds it to your Steam. They call it your Steam wallet because you can put gift cards on your account. I suppose people who use like Apple Wallet and all that sort of thing know what I'm talking about. Or if you've ever loaded a gift card onto Amazon, it's like that. You load it on there and you've got money sitting. So yeah. So that was nice that they're going to refund it, but now I'm short a game for him, and what I'm probably going to end up doing is just getting him a card and letting him buy something himself. So we'll just have to... And then my youngest daughter, she doesn't have a Steam account. So I got her Nintendo Switch games. So everybody got video games. Everybody got puzzle boxes. They all figured them out eventually. There was little things in their puzzle boxes, so it was kind of fun. That was, sort of fun. I think for the most part, everybody liked the rest of their gifts, although some of the stuff, I think my older daughter was my hardest one this year. I feel like every year I get one of my kids that's like harder to buy for than the others. And this year it was the older of my two daughters. And I actually asked my parents what they wanted for Christmas, and of course my dad says, just come visit. So I brought him coffee. I brought him and my mom coffee because they drink different kinds of coffee. She likes all the flavored ones, and he just likes straight coffee. So I bought coffees, different kinds of coffee, and I took them down there, and I left them in the grocery bag that I bought them in. I said, look, it's not a Christmas present. I didn't even wrap it. That way they were just, I said, I just brought you coffee. So, yeah, I mean, they're kind of hard to shop for. They don't really have any hobbies now that they've gotten older. They don't really do anything. So it's kind of hard to buy them anything. All right, so there's another one. See how many of these we can get made. I don't want to do that one. This is the same paper that we just did with the red, except it's blue. I might have folded this one a little different, though. Let's try and see what happens. I just want to see where all the folds land. Okay, so it's gonna look a little different than that one. It still has the rose on the front, but I feel like there's more of the stuff on the front than before. This needs to go back a little further. Like right about there. And then we'll pick one of these, maybe this one. To stick in there. Oh, did I not fold that straight? Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, what are my other options? I've got a couple more blue ones in here. My other options are this. Or this. I kind of like this one best. Okay. So, yeah, that was pretty much our trip this time. We had a lot of fun. It wasn't a long trip. Like I said, we went down Thursday and I'm back. It's Saturday, so when you're seeing this, you should be seeing on the Monday. So, who's got big plans? Anybody got big plans for New Year's, or just kind of? We're gonna be probably quiet New Year's at home. We're not going to any parties or anything. So, I didn't end up making stuffed shells for Christmas, which was my plan. I said I would make them for New Year's. So, like I said, we ended up having gnocchi, and the gnocchi was in red sauce, and then I made fettuccine alfredo with chicken and broccoli. That's a favorite of my kids, but my husband is not a fettuccine alfredo person. He likes red sauce. He doesn't really like any of the clear or cheese sauces or anything like that. He's a red sauce guy. So, yeah. Let's fold this in half. Separate my piles. All right, let's trim the crooked stuff because I know there is some. Now it's cleanup. Anybody in cleanup phase yet? Or are you holding off? I'll probably start some cleanup tomorrow. I just have to see how it goes. I gotta make room for the present coming in. I know, that's kind of a hint. It's big. So I'm excited. I'm hoping that it helps with some of the problems. I know. I keep wanting to talk about it, but I'm not talking about it yet because I want to... Oops. What is that? Brushed corduroy. I I don't know if I should do blue on this one. I did blue on this one. And it's kind of a dark blue. It wasn't mermaid lagoon. It was cracked sapphire or chipped sapphire, whatever that sapphire one is called. If I can find it. Here it is. Chipped sapphire. And I think I still have I do. Okay. So we will probably just be home for New Year's. Gonna make stuffed shells. We'll probably sit around and watch football games. My husband's a football fan, so we'll probably watch the bowl games that are on New Year's. I'm pretty sure the bowl games that are on New Year's are the big ones. National Championship is on New Year's. I can't remember. It might not be. The National Championship may be later in the month, and some of the bowl games, some of the semifinal games are in the... I don't know why I did that. Like, I'm done. I can't remember what the schedule is. But either way, I know there are games on New Year's. It used to be, they made so many changes to college football here that it used to be that the national championship and the, like the major bowl game was played on New Year's Day. But I think that has changed with the new system, or it may have changed a few years back. I haven't really been keeping track, if I'm honest. Oh, that did not get glued down. So let's fix that. But I know there are games being played on New Year's. That is still a thing. So we will be watching, probably just sitting and snacking in the afternoon, and then I'll make dinner, and then we'll, as you can see, I have all my pieces for this prepped. So if your pieces are prepped, this kind of goes together pretty well, or pretty quick. And if you leave out the inking step, they'll go together even faster. But I like mine inked, so yeah. And if you don't leave your lid off of your glue, it works better. That's about all I got. That's my plans for New Year's. We haven't really done it yet, so. I don't have any major funny stories this time around. Usually my nephews are a good source of funny stories, but this time around they were pretty, I mean, other than just playing with their cars and stuff, they were pretty tame this visit. So my husband was fitted for a CPAP. Anybody ever done this? He had to do a sleep study. And he got fitted for a CPAP. My husband has been wearing and being fitted for masks and respirators because of his career for like going on 40 years. I mean, he's just been getting fitted for masks. So he knows how masks work. And he knows what good masks are, and he knows what bad masks are. Well, he got this CPAP mask, and they fitted him for it. They didn't even fit him. I thought it was weird that they didn't fit him in a laying down position. Mainly because, I mean, you would think, okay, we need to do another one going that way. Going this way, which means I need my wide fold to be on that side. Okay, so you would think that they would fit your mask in the position that you would be wearing it. So like you wear your CPAP laying down. And of course your face is a different, not for nothing, your face is kind of a different shape when you lay down, right? I mean, gravity pulls it in another direction, kind of like down towards your bed. Well, they didn't, and he got it home and he was trying it at night and it wasn't working because it wasn't fitting properly. And so he's a little upset, needless to say. I don't know. So he's going to have to go to them and see what they can do to fix this issue because, you know, he's in need of it. So, but, so that's something else that happened. Oops. Since the last time I talked to you. Okay. I think this will be the last one I make. I have more paper cut. Actually, I have a ton of paper cut, if I'm honest. But I don't think we're going to make a ton more. I mean, I can make some after we go. I wanted to do some decorating on at least one of these, I hope. I've got to see what I can find to decorate with. I have stuff out. We'll just have to see what... There is a big chunk missing from my glue. I don't know what that's all about. Wow. There's a lot of glue on that paper. Okay. All right. Let me trim. And then we'll... I don't know which one we'll decorate. I have to look at them and see if any thoughts come to mind on... Oops. Oh no. I caught it too far in and now it's making me trim a sliver off of the whole thing because I messed up. Now it's going to be... I don't know. Does it line up now? No, of course not. All right. Let's get it all folded in together and then I'll trim where I need to. So I'm gonna not ink this one. So this will be the last one we do, and then I like these tall layered pockets. I think these are great. So this is definitely one of those ones that I would probably repeat more than some of the others. Like there's some things, I feel like that's true with everybody. Like we learn how to make something, we try it, we either like it or we don't, and then it either becomes one of the things that we gravitate towards when we're making things or it doesn't. I feel like this is one of the things that I would gravitate towards a little bit. So I like these. I'm looking forward to trying to decorate one up. I don't know how that's going to go. Gonna clip these corners. I'm hoping this all lines up right, because if you clip the corners and then it doesn't line up right and you have to cut it, the corners don't look quite right after you have to cut them. Yeah, see up that end, it's all out of alignment. So let's cut this here. It clipped that a little bit, but not too bad. And we're going to clip these because we didn't do it before. And there we have it. That one goes that way. Again, just because this paper is semi-directional. Okay. All right, so these are the ones we made. And we're going to try and get some decorating done on some of them. All right. So we have some pockets here. I have all kinds of things that I took out to try and decorate with, and I'm hoping that this will be somewhat easy. I got these because I thought they would be fun on one of these. Maybe that one. With what, I don't know. But... oh, got some resistance on my thing. Okay. I feel like it needs to be something a little brighter. Nope. That's going to go the wrong way. So will that. Ooh, what about that one? No. See, this is the problem, guys. I don't really think I like any of these on here. Definitely not. Oh, what about her? No, she's got too much blue. I wonder if she would go on here. No. What about on there? Maybe. Okay. Ooh, I really like this one. This won't go on here, will it? Well, maybe. Okay. It's a possibility. There's that. I wonder if I could do some of this blue lace behind some of them. I don't know that it's wide enough. It could just be under part of it. My good scissors. Okay, so let's work on this blue one. I feel like it's kind of where we're going here. I don't necessarily want to scrunch it under her, but I might scrunch it above and below her, maybe. Let's see. Especially if I pull that down some. Okay, so let's put some glue. I'm just going to Fabri-Tac it in the middle. Like right there where the picture's going to go. And then, oh, I don't have it plugged in because I was away. All right, hold on. I got to find the end of the cord. Plug it in my hot glue gun, guys. I know, never a good sign. I know. All right, and then we're going to, I'm going to clip these because you guys know me. I like clipped better than not. I'm going to see if we have any more, got any more blue ink in this pad. I want her to kind of stand out, so feel like I need to get more ink. Of course, I printed all this stuff on copy paper, so it's not like card or anything, and it's hard to ink copy paper. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Alright, and then we're going to take this and glue it down. And I will use Fabri-Tac. A lot of times on copy paper I use glue stick, but because I'm gluing it to lace, I'll use Fabri-Tac. I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody, but I especially want to say thank you to all of my subscribers who have gathered around over the last 2 years or so. And here recently I have gained a bunch of new subscribers, so thank you very much for stopping by and joining me and subscribing to my channel. If you watch this video, you could consider joining as well and subscribing. I'm hoping to hit 500. I don't know how to do the random wheel and all that. I'm hoping to be able to do something special if I hit 500. Maybe give away one of my first ever journals, or, you know, something like that. I'm not really sure because I haven't had something like that and I haven't done anything like that, so I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do, so I suppose I could send some sort of Happy Mail bundle. I'm just kind of, I'm kind of winging it, guys, but I would like to send something out to subscribers. Oh, look, guys, this might be fun on here. One of our butterflies. Oh, no. Not up there at the top. It seems kind of crowded. Maybe down here, though. But I kind of want to use that one on there, or maybe even here. Might use it on here. Put that off to that side. What was the other thing I was gonna... I didn't leave, I promise. Question is, would you guys be real upset if I did? Especially when I go crazy and don't know what I'm doing. It's always my favorite. Okay, I want to get a label. I'm wondering if I can... No, I can't, because I can't. Oh, it's right there. So, oh no. Now I'm going to have to trim it, because that didn't punch right. Neither did that. I hate it when they don't punch right. Alright, well. My daughter and my niece are funny because my niece likes to watch movies, and she wants to watch movies with my daughter, but my daughter is not a huge movie watcher, although sometimes she watches movies and she really likes them. So I'm like, well, just watch a movie with your cousin. And last night they wanted to stay up and watch a movie. The problem is where they want to watch a movie is where I sleep when I'm over there. And I was like, guys, I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I don't know if I'm going to put those on there. Put this back. I don't know how I'm going to do. I want something up there. I just don't know what. We're going to put this down here. Maybe on a piece of lace. What about on a piece of fabric? Oh, no, that's too big. I don't want to do that. This might be too big. So what if I cut off a little piece of this and stuck it on here and stuck the label on it? Put that back over there. This might be the only one we decorate, even though I got all that other stuff out. It's choosing the stuff, the background stuff, that is hard. Well, for me anyway. I know I like having stuff behind this stuff now. So that's something I've started. And sometimes I even like it to be fabric rather than lace. It's just that sometimes my fabrics that I pick are they're like too thick or the ones that I pick that match. Okay. Put this back over here. All right, so for now, that one's probably good. I think that's cute. And then it can go into the book. And there you have it. Okay, so let's put this one off to the side, and maybe we can get one more done? I don't know. Let's put the blue away. I don't think we need that. I'm wondering if we could use a piece of this. My problem with this is that it blends into backgrounds. Oh, here's a piece of that black lace. That's kind of dramatic, isn't it? I don't know if dramatic is what I'm looking for, but... Oh, sounds like my son and my husband are home. All right, guys. Well, I don't know. I'm having a little trouble with these, but I've got them started. This is kind of the idea for these little pockets. I think they're really cute, and I think that when you put them on a page, they're definitely a full page. So this would go on here like this, take up the whole page, and you would get, depending on how you glued it in, you would get 1, 2, 3 pockets. So not a double pocket, but a triple pocket. Okay, so yeah, give these a shot. Like I said, you can use digitals, printables, all that sort of thing, or you can cut down some scrapbook paper, or, you could even just use dyed paper and make them kind of plain, and then you'd have just a plain background to work with. So if you've got any really cool dyed paper that you wanted to use, you could use book page and make them a little smaller. These are kind of simple and very versatile. So give them a shot, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with day 45. Bye-bye.